Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to a process that keeps us safe in everything we do, no matter where we do it or who we do it with. It involves hazard analysis, risk assessment, and the selection of PPE, personal protective equipment, why we use it, and how we choose it. There are many ways to help reduce hazards and the risk of injury in our activities, but in virtually everything we do, we will still have to choose which PPE to use to keep us safe. Now, most people that work outside of their homes will likely associate PPE with things like safety glasses or earplugs or muffs and hard hats. But what about the activities that aren't considered work and are maybe even done at home? In virtually every sport we play, there is some form of PPE. On a trampoline, for example, there are bumper pads and nets. In snowboarding, there are strong, high-top boots to protect our ankles, and helmets and goggles to protect our heads and eyes. How we go about choosing which PPE to use is the result of our hazard assessment and risk analysis, no matter how brief or in-depth the process is. When we simply go outside for a walk in the summer, we usually look out the window first to see what the weather is like. We are assessing the hazards. If it's sunny and hot, we could get a sunburn or suffer from heat exhaustion. Our PPE then might include sunblock, a wide-brimmed hat, or perhaps dark sunglasses to shield our eyes. If it's overcast and cool, we can get chills, or even worse, we can develop hypothermia. So to protect ourselves and reduce the risks, we put on closed-top shoes instead of sandals, a sweater or jacket instead of a tank top. These are all forms of PPE, even though we may not usually think of them that way. When we go to the beach and run around on the sand, most of us prefer to go barefoot. But when the beach is at the ocean, it is often loaded with seashell pieces that can be awfully sharp. Water moccasins or running shoes make the perfect PPE. If you are playing beach volleyball, you are likely to wind up falling down on that same shell-laden sand, and you risk getting scratches or even cuts on your arms when you land. Perhaps a long-sleeve t-shirt would be a good choice for your PPE. Motorcycle riders have an acronym that many follow called ATGAT, all the gear, all the time. While you wouldn't expect to be out playing beach volleyball in all your motorcycle leathers and helmet, you also shouldn't be out riding your motorcycle in your water moccasins and a tank top. Analyze the hazards by thinking about your activity and identify what actions could get you hurt, like falling in the sand. Assess the risk by considering the likelihood of those injuries happening, and decide on whether your shirt needs long sleeves or perhaps it's time to put those leathers on after all. PPE. It's not just for welders, carpenters, and bakers. It's something we all need to use every day.